What's going on, YouTube? It's James with Shyhammer Fantasy Battle Reports, and it's been quite a long time since I've been putting up battle reports. I know, I get this a lot, actually. But, I got a game in against Len. This is probably like 2 Saturdays ago. This is one of the reasons why I'm getting my battle reports are coming out like less frequently is because I'm getting less time at work to actually work on the battle report. So it's not like the game isn't happening. This game happened. I think I had other plans on Saturday. They fell through, and then Len called me out of the blue and was like, let's go play a game. And I was like, sure, let's do it. So I got a game in against Len. This is right before the Gauntlet. By the time I'm recording this is actually after the Gauntlet, so I already kind of know what happens with my list and how it played out. But I gotta give it to you in order, or else I'll start forgetting. So I got a game against Len. Len's bringing out a Saurian Ancient army. Now, Len did play this army at the Gauntlet, so you're gonna see his army. I don't think I took that many pictures of our setups, but I'm gonna go over what I do have. So here's a picture of my Goblin Wolf Riders. I got 8 Goblin Wolf Riders. They're out of the core. I took the BSB, which is Longshot on the left. Longshot has a Skull Splitter shotgun, as you could tell by the model, who is holding a shotgun. So any of you guys who are calling your Skull Splitter a shotgun, that is not a shotgun. That's a shotgun right there. Boom! Alright, I took Igor, which is my level 4 of Fire. Now, Fire Magic is actually very interesting. I did take a Ruby Ring with it as well. But Fire Magic is really interesting because it allows me to have those magic missiles that I was so desperately needing in a lot of my lists. If you notice, in a lot of my lists before this, there was no magic. I took absolutely no magic. But I really feel like the Goblin Magic is needed, especially to clear out chaff. And that was one thing I was definitely missing on my list. Over here I got 30 Savage Orc Edbashers. Yeah, 30, whatever. I mean, they're nothing special anymore. If I wish they could just give me like 35 or 40. It's not asking too much. I know that they're going to say, oh, everybody takes it in their list. Well, guess what? They take it in their list because there wasn't many options to begin with in core. Yeah, you could either take a Goblin army, and I feel like, honestly, this is going straight to the people who write the books. I don't care if you guys are actually watching it or not, or if somebody else is watching it and mentions it to them. I don't care. But the thing is, I hope that this gets across somehow to them, is the fact that yes, everybody took it, but I feel like Goblin specifically isn't the fact that you want them to have an option of choosing Goblins or Orcs. I think Goblins specifically fit a theme if you want a Goblin-themed army or an Orc-themed army. And it's Orcs and Goblins, not Orcs or Goblins, you know what I mean? So, I think Goblins can supplement Orcs. I think Goblins could do the job on their own. I think Orcs could do a job on their own. But the thing is, with the core limit points on what they're at, and the fact that Savage Orcs could only take 30 max, I think that this unit is a very shitty unit compared to a lot of other things going out there right now. So, especially in core. So, and I think that's the biggest problem. I think that one of the biggest problem was after ETC, Orcs and Goblin were probably like the second or third lowest performing armies, which I didn't help out. I sucked at ETC, but they were the second or third poorest performing armies in the whole ETC. And instead of helping them out, you decided to nerf them more, and this was one of the nerfs. Anyways, that's me venting, guys. I'm also getting I just got sick from the fucking somebody that this weekend. I don't know. Fucking guy gave me a cold. Anyways, in the background, I don't really have a good picture of it, but I do have my Gargantula Spider, the Chicken Rock. I do have 2 giants. I have Shadow Behemoth and the Chia Pet. The Chia Pet is because I haven't fucking painted it, and the amount I did paint made it look like a Chia Pet. I got General Zod over here. General Zod! Kneel before Zod. Zod is a 1-up, 4-up Black Orc on a chariot. He has Weapon Master, so he can switch out his weapons, and he has the Bluffer's Helm, so it makes you reroll wounds. Over here, I have King Koopa. King Koopa is a 1-up, 4-up. I'm sorry, 1-up armor, or not even 1-up. I'm so used to saying it. He's a 2-up armor, 4-up regen, Forest Goblin with the Obsidian Sword, as well as impact hits. Now he's T5 because I gave him Mechanox, or not Mechanox, Plates of Tuk Tuk. So I do have I think a unit of goblin shooting. I'll look at my list ahead of time. Yeah, I have a unit of goblins that shoot bows, 20 of them. I have a goblin chariot because I had extra points, might as well. I did take a unit of 34 Nashers, and that's about it for my list. Over here, for Len, he has 2 units of 2 Lizardmens apiece. He has 2 cowboys. Now, the cowboys have a 1-up armor and a 4-up ward or a 5-up ward. And then he has a unit of skinks with crocs behind him. The scrocs, I guess he calls them. Over here, he has 2 of these guys, the spitters. I don't know what the fuck their names are, but basically they're there to telepathically use fire magic off of his salon. So we're both playing fire magic. He has 2 scoring units back there. Then he has just tons of skirmishing skinks. For magic, I don't know what the fuck I have. I have Cascading Fire, Pyroclastic Flow, Fireball, Scorching Salvo, and Enveloping Embers. As you can see, I lined up like this. I think we're playing attack or defenders scenario. So I'm on the right. I have I took attacker, so I pushed my guys up as far to the right as possible, and then the center is basically my guns and my savages. There's an ambulance in the distance. I can't really scream right now because I'm losing my voice. But he goes ahead and he bunkers in the corner like so. He doesn't really want to give me much to shoot at or to do. He wanted his skinks to face off at my giants, but my giants are kind of like chilling off in the distance. So we're going to go ahead and do turn 1, Orcs and Goblins. Turn 1, Orcs and Goblins. I go ahead and move up. I move up Koopa on the left side. I move up the Giant. I move up the Savages. Move up the Chariot. I need to take out that fucking block of or all the Skinks. The Skinks are my problem. So I go ahead and move up Zod in the middle. Zod's not scared of shit. And everybody moves up. There's not really a reason for me to sit back except for the 2 units that shoot. Magic Phase, I got 7 power dice. First thing I do is a Pyroclastic Flow. He stops it. Then I go ahead and I do another one with the Ruby Ring. He actually doesn't stop it. I kill off a couple skinks. I use the attribute on the skinks. Kills off a bunch. Doesn't cause a panic. Over here, I do Scorching Salvo. I get double 6s on 3 dice. And the first thing that happens is I lose the fucking spell. Okay. I go ahead and I do it, and I end up killing off 6 of my wolves. I think I got a total of like 12 hits on that unit. Killed 6 of my wolves. Goes ahead and I don't even think I killed many of his skinks. I killed a couple of his skinks. I lose a spell. That actually kind of sucks. That probably right there single-handedly kind of fucks me because that was one of my better spells to kill off skinks, and I lost it. That's about that, I think. Yeah, I want to say that's it. So it's going to go ahead and start off his turn. Lizardman turn 1. Lizardman turn 1. He goes straight into magic. He did a couple like finagle moves where he just moves back and he doesn't really do much else. Goes into magic. Magic at 9 power dice. As you can see, this, like I said, he just finagles backwards. He doesn't want me to charge into all his shit because if I do with any of my units, they're gonna fuck up his units. So he just moves back to shoot at me, really. But magic, he goes ahead and he does a what the hell is that spell? It's the number 6 spell. I think it's Enveloping Embers. And he destroys my fucking Nashers. Holy shit, did he destroy my Nashers. He killed 2, 4, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 of my Nashers. Holy shit. Goes ahead and does the attribute onto the Giant, does a wound onto the Giant, and then he starts using more shit to kill off more Nashers. Holy crap. Shooting phase, he shoots these Lizardmens into Koopa. He gets 2 wounds off, luckily, or 3 wounds. I only save 1, and he gets 2 that go through my region, and holy shit, that changes the game immediately. Wow. Over here, these Lizardmens start picking apart my Nashers, kill off more Nashers. I barely moved in, and they're pretty much dead. And then he goes ahead and he continues doing a couple wounds onto my Giant. Starts shooting these guys into the Spider. Spider blocks them all, and it's going to go into turn 2, Orcs and Goblins. Turn 2, Orcs and Goblins. I charge the Nashers in because I'm like, well, fuck it, they're dead anyways. This chaff's in my way. I might as well kill something with them. So they're going to go ahead and go in. My Chariot charges in here. Now, I had a flank charge onto the Lizardmens here. I needed a 10 to get in on Swift Stride, which is very possible, actually, with Swift Stride, and I fail it. So I move up Koopa, I move up the Giants, I move up the Savages. I'm like, well, fuck it. I might as well move up everybody. I move up Zod, I move up the Chia Pet, I move up the Spider. I'm like, well, that's all I really got. I'm just going to do it. Magic Phase got 9 power dice. Go ahead and I do a Fireball Ruby Ring. Excuse me. Onto the Razodons, I did 2 wounds. I go ahead and I shoot him with the Skull Splitter. I ran out of magic, really. And I kill off one of the Razodons with the Skull Splitter. Shoot him with these guys, they don't do shit. And nobody's in close combat except for the Squigs, and they pretty much just kill their one guy. It's going to go and start off turn 2 Lizardmen. Turn 2 Lizardmen. I don't think he charged in with shit. I don't think so. He's just chaffing up my spider here. And he starts to chaff up my general. He doesn't want my general getting in. Magic phase. He got 6 power dice. He goes ahead and he does more fireballs. Kills off more of these guys. He does a couple fireballs or whatever into my general. Now, or not my general, into Koopa. Koopa doesn't have a regen. All he has is armor save. I made both those armor saves. Holy shit. Shooting phase. He starts shooting apart my giant. Kills the giant. Tries to shoot my general. My general just blocks everything like a boss. Holy shit. General just like, fuck this shit. Takes all of them like a champ. Actually, I think this is Scorching Salvo. I think it was. Maybe not. Nope. It's not. Shoots his poison shots into my spider. Does 2 poisons here. And it's going to go ahead and start off turn 3 Orcs and Goblins. Turn 3 Orcs and Goblins. Charging Koopa in. Koopa! Koopa's charging in. He stands and shoots. And he fucking kills Koopa. God damn it, Koopa. You fat piece of shit, you. That was not supposed to happen. Anyways. I charged Zod into Skinks. I charged the spider into Skinks. This is not really going well. I fucking moved my giant up based on the fact that hoping that Koopa was going to kill that guy, but I don't know why I moved my giant up. I just moved my giant up. I wanted my giant to fight his fucking spitter dude, the giant spitter dude. And I think I charged in the Wolf Chariot too, but he failed the charge. Magic phase, got 4 power dice. Go ahead and I do another fireball. Kills off the fucking Razodon. Yay, I kill something. Go ahead and I shoot the Skull Splitter. Skull Splitter kills off a couple Skinks. And then over here, my spider, Chicken Rock, kills the fucking Skinks, overruns, and I run into space. And oh my god, he's in fucking space. Check that shit out. He's just fucking floating. Turn 3 Lizardmen. He's gonna go ahead and I don't even know what this was. Oh, we were talking about this. He wanted to turn his Thyroskidus, or whatever the hell this name is, to face this way. I was telling him to do that, to get that. Okay. I'm sorry. I charged in my Nashers. I had 2 remaining Nashers. They charged in and got into that guy. So I did like a wound. He kills him, of course, just like thunder stomps him to death, because there's only 2 left or whatever, right? And since he wants to combat reform, he wants to combat reform this way. I was saying that's impossible because he only has an inch in between that unit behind him and himself. And if he does this, he's buying himself a few more inches. So we wanted to know what's the correct ruling on this, because it would be a combat reform, not him walking. He loses that inch, or he gains an inch, really. Anyways, we ended up, we talked about it for a little bit. He ended up just saying, okay, I'm going to stay this way, so he stays facing that way for the turn. So he can't just charge it. But he's going to go ahead and charge in his Crocs, his fucking Skink Croc score unit into my general. Downhill charge, all these ranks. I'm fucked. I did put Cascading Fire on my general, so I'm going to be able to burn that front rank for touching my general. But unless he dispels it. He moves all this shit in front of my savages and my giants. He's just going to go ahead and tear them apart. Yeah, that's how it looks, more or less. He's going to shoot at my... No, I don't know what that was. Maybe that DTs or just dead body. I don't remember. Anyways, Magic Phase got 8 power dice. Goes ahead and he puts the fucking template, the fucking... whatever the name of that spell is, that does a 3-inch template. If I touch it, I'm going to get burned, my whole unit. So now it really stops me from charging in. And not only that, I have to make sure I don't get fucking frenzy baited to charge in. Holy shit. He goes ahead and he puts on flaming swords on these guys here. And then at the same time, he dispels my fucking spell off my general, the Cascading Fire. He starts shooting apart my fucking giant. He uses his breath weapon onto my giant. He puts on 4 wounds. Eventually, I think... yeah, he just kills it all. Does with the Razodons, the Skinks, and the breath weapon, he ends up destroying my giants. Over here, his Croc actually gets in 1 wound that goes through my armor and ward save. My general actually sticks in combat, and it's going to go ahead and start off turn 4. Turn 4, this isn't pretty. My spider comes back on the board, but doesn't really do much. I don't think my chariot was in position to charge anything, so I just moved it over. My general's kind of SOL, and yeah, just shit's not going my way. Magic phase, I use the fireball, the regular fireball, onto his Thyroskitis, does another wound. I go ahead and I shoot him with the fucking long shot, does another 2 wounds. I shoot all these fuckers, and 20 shots. I need 6s to hit. I think it was like long range and skirmish. And check that out. I did 7 hits. What the fuck? But I didn't wound shit. I think I killed a couple skinks. That's it. Couple skinks. Over here, close combat. Zod whiffs nasty. Only does 1 wound. He ends up fucking killing Zod off. I think I ran. I think I just lost combat res. He still has 3 ranks. Banner or whatever. I fucking run. I only did 1 wound. He chases me down. Oh no, yeah, he chases me down, but then we decided to keep Zod there to see how it would have went. So we play it out. We're like, fuck it. Let's see if Zod didn't run. Goes off to turn 4. Turn 4, he moves his cowboys in. He moves his fucking other Thyroskitis in front of the chicken rock. And, yeah, he's still continuing to chaff up my savages. This isn't going well for me. Magic phase, he got 8 power dice. He goes ahead and he dispels some other shit. I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing anymore. Goes ahead and starts shooting my chicken rock. Kills off, or like 5 wounds onto the chicken rock. Does some magic to this fucker, I guess. Does 2 wounds. And then eventually just kills my chicken. I don't even know what's killing him. I don't. Yeah, there's not much else. This is going to be my turn, and I think I don't even know. I think he's still shooting me at this point. I'm sorry, I'm lost. He shoots me with the skinks, kills off 2 guys here, and I kill off 2 somehow. I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. It doesn't matter. It's the end of the game. He's going to go ahead and swing away. I can't move. That fucking fire immolation is in my way. Zod sticks there for a turn, but at the same time, I was like, dude, I'm done. My spider's dead. My savages can't move. You're going to chaff me up for the rest of the game. It's like turn 5 or 6 already, and I'm just going to do nothing. I have nothing to help out Zod. Zod's going to just be swinging at fucking parrying skinks the whole time. One of the questions that was brought up at the Gauntlet specifically was about this unit, was the fact that if a character's facing a unit like this, where they have parry in the front, but then they have these 3 Scrocs in the back, but they're all core, they're not characters. Can my character attack the Crocs or not? If I cannot attack the Croxagore and I have to only attack the Skinks, where does it say that in the books? Can somebody explain? Page number references at all? Please. Anyways, MVP. Actually, I'm going to give MVP to my fire and my fire magic and long shot. I actually had fun. I thought they were decent units. I don't think that the Wolf Riders was the good bunker for them, unfortunately. I do like being able to have the mobility where he wouldn't have been able to get them. I could have just kept running backwards. But at the same time, I felt like they just needed more body counts to matter. And losing the Scorching Salvo in the beginning really sucks. It really kind of limited my army. And then losing Koopa really early on sucks too, because Koopa was supposed to be able to take on all the skink chaff out of the way of my savages, but after that, I was pretty much just shit out of luck. I moved Zod way too far up on his own by himself, which sucks. And then my monsters, of course, were supposed to die to the skinks, but they did gloriously die. So by the end of it all, I was just kind of like, this, I'm done. It's going to be a 20-0 regardless for Len. So this is the last game I got in before the Gauntlet. The Gauntlet, I changed up my list. I was kind of the ringer for the Gauntlet since I was the one running the event. So I did get a couple games in. I got 3 games in out of 5. I'll post that up as soon as I make the videos. But in the meantime, guys, take care and peace. And by the way, if any of you want to be part of Team Mexico, we're still looking for one more Mexican to join the team. Please send me a message. I'll be glad to hear from you guys. Anyways, I'm sick. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.